And I think you'll get a kick out of it. Silver, baby.
Oh, love it. Oh, man. Do you catch it? Here it is again.
I left a space for the guitar.
I left a space for the guitar. Well, as always, I've got to always do a disclaimer. That's not a disparaging,
Greg Bissonette, he overplays. Just play for the song, Greg.
Again, he is on Drumeo. He's giving you a little bit of drum stuff. Hey, what is up, YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, full-time drummer and drum teacher based right here in Auckland, New Zealand. I don't know how, but I've somehow missed GREGG BISSONETTE hearing System of a Down for the first time over at Drumeo. Guys, we're going to get straight into it, but actually, no, we're not going to get straight into it. Hold up. We're not going to get straight into it. Just wait. Hold on. Funny story about System of a Down. I was heading up to a gig here in New Zealand, north of Auckland. We're driving up. It was about an hour outside of my hometown. We're going up to a gig. This is about maybe 2 years ago. And we were passing through the shops of this very small town up north and going through. I was driving with the bass player. And the bass player was driving and I'm looking out the window and I said, that looked like the guy from System of a Down. Do you see that guy over there? And I thought, man, that was uncanny resemblance. And the bass player said, that is him. And I went, apparently he lives, back and forth between the States and north of Auckland. I can't believe I just saw the guy from System of a Down casually walking around the shops. Good thing about living in New Zealand is you're probably not going to get hassled. You're just going to go anywhere and people are like,
Hey, bro. Are you that fella from System of a Down? Oh, yeah? Mean.
That's literally about all you're going to get out of a Kiwi.
It's how we do it.
Guys, real quick before we hit the video, please do check out my 30-day free trial over at Drumeo. I'm a proud partner with Drumeo, and I don't think it's out of line for me to say if you head straight to Drumeo, they will offer you a 7-day free trial. Very generous, it's free, you're not going to complain. Use my link 30 days. That is plenty of time to see if Drumeo is going to be a good fit for you and your musical education. And with gentlemen the caliber of GREGG BISSONETTE over there, trust me, they got you covered. Everything from funk, blues, rudiments, reggae, metal, whatever you want to do, beginner, intermediate, advanced, they got you covered. With that said, let's check out GREGG BISSONETTE. Here's System of a Down for the first time. Let's go.
That's why you are in System of a Down, and I'm not. Because the at the end, I want to get that. I am ready. What are we doing?
We're going to take the drums out. You have complete freedom to come up with any drum part you want.
That wasn't good, and here's another one. I love writing songs.
Oh my God, look at that.
Somewhere in the silence. Uno, dos, tres, big. Let's give this a try.
I think this is cool to point out that you were one of the very first drummers that we ever did this series with.
Wearing the Ringo shirt, GREGG BISSONETTE, of course, famously playing in the Ringo Starr All-Star Band. I'm going to not be stopping this video much. I'm going to be making notes. If you're not sure who GREGG BISSONETTE is, oh man, I should have mentioned a little bit at the start perhaps. One of the all-time GOAT session drummers. If anybody is set up to nail this challenge, it is GREGG BISSONETTE. There's pros, and then there's pros, and then there's guys, and there's a rare air of GREGG BISSONETTE. But let's keep it going. I'm keeping notes. You should keep some notes. We'll compare notes at the end. How's that? That'd be nice. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I think it was 2020 or 2019, something like that.
19, yeah. And these guys are holding my feet to the fire.
Since then, the series has grown, and every drummer who comes through Drumeo plays along to a song, and they come up with their own parts, and you're here like 5 years later. So it's time we put you through the ringer and see what GREGG BISSONETTE is made of, because you played with every artist and band under the sun. From Ringo to David Lee Roth to Satriani, and the list goes on.
I'm a little bit nervous.
All right, here it is, Greg.
I don't know it.
Counting bars. just counting bars at this point.
Let's call that a bridge. Spang-a-lang, spang-a-lang. Oh, it ends.
Spang-a-lang?
It kind of goes. Man, that's a cool song. I've never heard it before.
Drumeo strikes again.
Drumeo strikes again. This is what I have so far.
So on that chart, I'm assuming that's kind of the way you make charts for Ringo, I think you even showed me some Van Halen ones that look similar.
Every single chart, Brand, that I make, I always go landscape, and I always I always try to save paper. So instead of calling this 6/8 or 3/8, I call it 12/8, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's just one bar. It saves paper. I still got a little extra paper, because the at the end, I want to get that, and then
Great point.
I want to get that. So could I please hear it again? Triple lips, then yes. Wash it. Do you by any chance have a different colored Sharpie? Because I color code these things sometimes, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. Silver, baby, platinum. I found a Dodger blue Sharpie. We're gonna do a big old Coda sign. You know, Led Zeppelin's last album was Coda, because Coda means the end. I could do a double DS to there and a double Coda, but that's confusing because I want to know sight reading wise what I'm doing. Don't know what band this is. It's a great band. I love the guitars, I love the bass, I love the singer, I love the passion. I feel confident that now I not only have a chart, I'm gonna get into this, man.
I think you've got something there. Also, you said earlier that you hope this song goes platinum. It's 6 times platinum.
Well, I should know this song.
You should.
What have I been living in a cave?
Living in a cave?
I guess I have. So I'll just kind of show what I'm doing as we go.
Great.
Make sure my chart's right. That's 1, 2, that's a 4, 3, and then you're gonna crescendo, you're gonna come right in big with the stack cymbal.
Oh, love it.
Everybody wants to rule. Tears for Fears. Not really. Tears for Silence. Boom. Verse. And you can
Love
jam
that
this
build
verse.
and intensity.
5. Come a little bigger. Get up. It starts to get bigger. You're coming up. You're gonna maybe not a big crescendo because it should be the element of surprise. Back to the stack. Bop. Wash. Back to the stack. I'm gonna guess the title. Sacred Silence. No. The judges won't take that. Now back to the verse. We're de-essing right there. De-essing back to the verse. 7. It's called Toxicity. Toxicity.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, man.
That was a pretty insane first take. I think what's cool is myself and the audience is looking at this from the perspective of we know the drum part.
Okay.
But for you, obviously, you've never heard the drum part.
Never heard it, yeah.
So we know something you don't, and it's fascinating to see what you're picking
What
up
an
on.
experiment.
I think you're going to be surprised when you hear the original.
All right. Well, I love surprises. Okay, let's try. How many takes can I do? 3 or 4?
You're done.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Because I never want to just give someone one take. Never enough. You don't like it, it's out of there.
This is going to be the one. He's a
Take
pro.
2 compared to take 1, what were the big things that you changed?
Well, played the intro a little straighter. What I did differently on this take too is I left what I call the coda. I left a space for the guitar. Then I came in with a... So anyway, let's try it again. Third take.
Nice, man. I'm loving the quarter note triplet thing on the stack.
Okay, I'll keep that
So
in the act.
good.
I'll keep it in the act, as they say.
That outro gets better and better.
Oh, thank you, brother. This is fun. Can I do a fourth one?
Final take?
Final take.
Love it.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and I'm
absolute
guessing by
pro.
this point you're probably falling in love with Gregg's personality, and I can confirm he's one of the funniest drummers we've ever had at the Drumeo. So I want to invite you to get to know Gregg better. Inside Drumeo, you can take dozens of lessons from Gregg to help you improve your rudiments, your sight reading, and improve your timing and feel. The link's down in the description, and if you're one of the first 1,000, we'll send you a drum key to your door. All you got to do is start a week of free drum lessons and check out Gregg's videos. And with that,
Guys, I will stop it here before we get to what looks like it's going to be Gregg's last take. I just want to echo what Brendan said there as a promo, I guess, for Drumeo, promo for Gregg. Huge personality, so positive, but also a complete mofo on the drums. Guys, you've got the chance to learn from these people. Now, if I could have anybody's skill set in terms of I guess, you know, the people skills, you know, that whole networking side, which is so important, the whole overall ability to play multiple styles. Gregg Bissonette, jazz, funk, reggae, you know, whatever you throw at him, he's got it. Double kick, it's no big deal for him. His skill sets are so vast and so wide, it is mind-blowing. But I will also remind you that Brendan is offering you a 7-day free trial there, which is great. It's generous. I mean, take it. But 30-day free trial. Go get it, guys. Give it a go. If you've never played the drums before and you're thinking about, I quite like this drumming thing, I want to give this a go, just give it a go. It's free. You don't like it, you turn off the trial. You never try to play the drums again. That's cool. No pressure, but just give it a go. They got you covered. I am excited. As I said, if anybody is set up to absolutely destroy this challenge, it is Gregg Bissonette, one of the undisputed goats of drumming. Cannot wait to hear this.
let's get back to the video.
Thank you, guys. This is so much fun.
I can't wait for you to hear the original.
I hope the drummer's not upset, because when I find out who it is and who the drummer is, I'm going to go, oh, sorry, because I should have known it. But what a great song, man.
Okay, I didn't expect that.
Conversion, software version 7.0. Looking at life through the eyes of a tire hub. Eating seeds is a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city, of our city. Yo! What are you on the wall? How do you own disorder? Disorder! No! Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Silence.
tone.
More wood for their fires, loud neighbors. Flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck. Eating seeds as a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city, of our city. Yo, honey on the wall, honey on the starter, the starter. Now, somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder, disorder, disorder.
What's it gonna do here? Oh yeah, baby.
Very nice.
Thank you guys so much.
Of course,
Wow.
man.
What a blast. So, what's the name of my band?
All right, so the band is System of a Down.
Oh, man. Domalion
Yeah.
from Glendale. I live in Thousand Oaks, so that's just the other side of the 134 freeway. John, sorry I didn't know this song, but what a great song. When do I get to hear John's part?
So we're gonna load that up. You good for water and Red Bull and
I think a Red Bull, hey.
yeah.
Thank you. Aaron, God bless you. Here's to our health. Nostrovia. Here we go. And it's in 12/8. We think alike. Dotted quarter is 82. And uno, dos, tres, big. Oh, that's
That's the original
as they
part.
say, badass. I should have done that.
I should have done that.
Not double bass all the time there. Okay. I did double pedal. I should have done that. That's way cooler. Sorry, John.
That's way cooler.
Interlude. Oh, very impressive name. Interlude. He plays full groove there. I was just going way down. I want a fifth take. I want to do it like this. It's better. Bridge. Okay, that's a bridge. I thought it was a guitar solo. Guitar solo. Way better than what I did. Catch those. I love it. John Domalion, that's a way cooler part than what I did. That's why you are in System of a Down, and I'm not.
I just find it's so cool, like, for all of us who watched you come up with your own part, we all know the kick snare, kind of drum hook in the song. But to hear how there's not even any double bass in this, but your ear immediately went to putting that on the
sounded
kicks.
great.
I thought you guys were going to scare the crap out of me and give me Thomas Hawker Meshuggah, and I'm going to be going. So I thought I better play some double bass. That is so cool. Thank you, guys.
Now, somewhere between the sacred silence.
Hey, everybody, it's GREGG BISSONETTE. That was me with my chart, not getting to hear the drums and not knowing this song, or even, I probably heard it before, but I didn't know it. But I made my own chart and played it the way I thought it would be cool to play it. But then you hear John Domalion playing the right part, with System of a Down. So, but I sure had a fun time doing 4 takes of just having a blast playing on a song I didn't know. Thank you so much for having me here, Drumeo. See you guys soon. And then you can do a crazy one. Oh,
Yeah, all right. Another fantastic video. One of the best. I think I've said that on every video, but honestly, GREGG BISSONETTE is set up. This is what you're seeing here is actually his job. That's his job. You know, some people are plumbers, some people are electricians, some people are builders. GREGG BISSONETTE is a professional session drummer. He is hired to come in and absolutely destroy your drum track and make it sound world class. Okay, so I'll try and rip through some of these notes here because this is already a very long video. When he said at 2 minutes 30, he said he likes to save paper, and he talked about how he goes in the landscape. I was nodding furiously because I do the same thing. I have to make a lot of, well, I don't gig as much these days. When I was gigging, constantly making charts, teaching, making charts. I made a chart yesterday for a student, and I was preaching this exact same thing. I said, when I learn a new song, I and have to chart it out, I will make sure I don't go landscape. I go that way. What is that? Portrait? Always on one sheet. Doesn't matter what the song is. Doesn't matter how long it is. It's going on one sheet. I do not want 2 sheets of paper, especially at a gig. I don't want sheets, blowing off the stand or anything. 1 page, that's when you get really good at the whole theory side, shorthand, making repeats, DSL code, all that type of stuff. 250, color coding the chart. Now that sounds, it sounds a bit unusual and a bit, I don't know, it could potentially sound a bit childish or whatever. Excuse me, Greg. But I do the same thing again. So I don't typically do that. I do like to use the little glasses icon, like to, look carefully at this. But I've done a huge amount of theater work, and I will be making lots of notes. With theater charts, you're obviously already given a book to read, but I will make little notes over it. And that's my form of color coding. On a theater chart, you can't, unless you copy the whole chart, which you're not allowed to do, so you don't want to do that. Light pencil marks all over the chart just to draw my attention to those parts of the music, or the parts that need sort of extra attention. And that's the whole reason why he's color coding there. 4 minutes 50. Let's go back. I've noted here. Let's go to 450, 445, right? I've just noted like the amount of detail.
Wash. Back to the stack. I'm going to guess the title, Sacred Silence.
No, it's a bit further back than that.
Tears for Silence. Well, verse. And you can jam this verse.
So this is why I like to use a chart system. We've had lots of different approaches on these videos. 66 Samus was one where he gave himself those vocal cues, which was genius. Whatever works for you works. You don't want to be using something that's not going to work. And obviously you're going to get good at what you use. If you use a lot of charts, you're going to get good at making those really accurate for what you need. If you don't use charts, you're going to get really good at not using charts. You get better at what you practice. But again, I'll come back to, I swing more this way because you get to put in a lot of that detail. Now, you guys are going to say, well, look at Samus. He provided a lot of detail. He did. He's practiced that technique and he's got it down perfect. There's just a different approach. I'm not saying one is better, but I do prefer this approach. This is what I'm used to. And you can see he's got so much detail there. He could take multiple shots at this. He could open up this chart in 5 years and do the song again. That is the benefit of having a visual and having it written down. Okay, what else we got? I noted at 6:30, he said, now listen to what he says here. These things can go over people's heads. Now listen to this.
A space for the guitar.
Here, catch it?
What I call the coda.
Do you catch it? Here it is again.
I left a space for the guitar.
I left a space for the guitar. 99.9% of drummers are going to go, either not going to notice that or just, whatever, This is why he is playing for Ringo Starr, not to mention whoever else, because he is thinking musically. He's not thinking drums, he's thinking musically. In saying that, I noted down here, third take, he went a bit more ballistic. So he figured out the internal movements of the song, the rhythms. You could see that he actually literally wrote down some of those rhythms to ensure that he was going to catch them. Then he's talking about, right, I want to leave space for the guitar. I want to, and then he's thinking more musically. Third take, he's going ballistic. So overplaying in a intentional way, as opposed to, having it's like having a big piece of stone and it means he can chip away at it. So by playing a lot, he can start removing parts and exposing the work of art inside that stone. Whew, getting out there. Now this indicates multiple approaches. So someone like Greg Bissonette, he can give you multiple approaches. If you hire me for a session, I'm kind of going to give you what I can give you from my experience, from my amount of sessions that I've done, from my amount of playing, from the type of things I've played. Someone like Greg Bissonette, listen, he's played so much more than me. He's played in so much higher level professional situations. He can give you far more approaches. That's why, and listen, I'm just being open and honest here. That's why he's a more valuable drummer than me. Let's talk more about value on a different video, because it's a really important topic, and I don't want to bury my head in the sand, and I don't want to fill other drummers with BS. This guy is a valuable commodity as a drummer. Oh, there were plenty of good shots of this, but 8:29 was probably a slightly brief. Here we go, right here. Look at the wear marks. Can you see my cursor there? Yeah. Look at the wear marks on that snare. You can see clearly he basically hits in the same spot every time, off center. A lot of drummers, a lot of great drummers, Steve Jordan's another one that I noticed, often hitting off center. So it's something to check out. And, with all his ghosts and backbeats, he's hitting them like in that sort of half moon, quarter moon almost sort of shape there. Really, really interesting. And you can see how accurate this guy is. And remember, he's this accurate while reading. He's not even looking at the kit. So impressive. 950, there was just some naked toms, and I'll go back to 945, and it was just the most gorgeous tom tone you're ever going to hear. Let's check it out. Here it is. Is that the best tom sound you've ever heard? It's a Gavin Harrison studio perfect tom sound. It's just gorgeous, just beautiful intervals between the toms, as you'd expect with one of the undisputed best drummers in the world. My final note here, 10 minutes, so just after this, he sort of doubles up on the hi-hats and the clap stack. Let's just keep it going here.
More wood for their fires, loud neighbors, flashlight reveries caught in the headlights of a truck.
This bit.
Eating seeds
Clap stack as well.
as a pastime activity.
There.
The toxicity of our city, of our city.
Now that is another good example of Greg. Look, he is on Drumeo. Would he be adding all that into a session track? I don't know. Maybe he would. But that is a good example of, he's giving you a little bit of drum stuff. He's giving you a little bit of drum stuff. I put here overplaying question mark, and that's not in, well, as always, I got to always do a disclaimer. That's not in a disparaging,
Oh, Greg Bissonette, he overplays. Just play for the song, Greg.
Again, he is on Drumeo. He's giving you a little bit of drum stuff. You know, he's got all these knobs that he can dial in and wind it up because he's got this headroom, right?
That's what she
He
said.
can just give you a basic drum track if he wants, or he can give you absolute fire,
That's what she said.
or a combination of both.
That's what she
or
said.
if I was hiring GREGG Bissonette for a song, I'd say, Greg, play what you want to play, man. You're one of the best drummers in the world. Give me what you want to play.
That's what she said.
That's how I would approach it. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. What an absolute blast that was. I knew
That's what
he
she
would
said.
absolutely knock it out of the park, and he did. Guys, remember, pick up my 30-day free trial over at Drumeo. It's free on me. Go get it. If you have a reaction request that you definitely want to guarantee gets on this channel, the only way I can guarantee requests at this point is via the PayPal link. And that's only because I get so many requests each day, each week, each month. There's no way I can keep up with them all. So those that contribute to the channel, I reward you with your pick, of course. I do also have a Patreon. It's just $5 a month. And through that, you get access to the blocked videos. Please do consider hitting that subscribe button, like button, leaving a comment with what you thought of this video. It really helps me out. And remember, original video link, as always, in the description of each of my videos. Please do go along, support Drumeo, support Greg, of course, without this Kiwi talking all over it. Guys, until next time, take it easy, keep chopping wood, ciao.